LymeOnline's Francesca Evans with the latest news, sport, weather forecast and what's on this weekend in the Lyme Regis area. Lyme Regis town councillors have once again called for a complete ban of dogs from the town's main beaches. The council repeated its controversial call for an all-year-round ban of dogs from the town's Sand Beach and Cobgate Shingle Beach at a meeting on Wednesday night. It first made the call for a ban back in 2019 when Unitary Authority Dorset Council took over from West Dorset District Council and started considering rules regarding dogs on beaches. The current rules introduced by Dorset Council mean that dogs must remain on leads on Lyme Regis's main beaches over the winter months and are banned during the summer. But town councillors would like to see the restrictions go one step further when they are renewed at the beginning of 2024 and have dogs banned all year round. They say that they have received complaints about dogs defecating, urinating and being out of control on the Sand Beach, which is much smaller and often busier than those in other towns across Dorset. However, those campaigning against the restrictions argue that the rules unfairly exclude responsible dog owners from using the town's main beaches. They say that other beaches in the town are not as accessible or safe and that the restrictions have a detrimental effect on dog-friendly businesses on the seafront. The family of a former trustee of Lyme Regis Museum who was killed following an assault in London are petitioning for a review of sentencing guidelines in the UK. Paul Mason, aged 52, was killed in December 2020 after an unprovoked attack in the West End of London. He was knocked to the ground twice and required surgery to replace part of his skull, but died in hospital 6 months later after falling into a coma. His attacker, 35-year-old Steve Allen from Hampshire, handed himself into police after clear CCTV images of the incident were released. Initially arrested for grievous bodily harm before Mr. Mason's death, he was eventually tried twice for murder, the first time resulting in a hung jury. At a retrial in February, he was cleared of murder, but in April was sentenced to 3 years and 9 months, having admitted to manslaughter. He is expected to serve just over a year of this sentence in prison. Mr. Mason's family is now appealing against the sentence, having said they had hoped he would receive life imprisonment, and have launched a petition to have UK sentencing guidelines reviewed. Mr. Mason was a successful international banker and has been described by his family as an innocent, kind and gentle man. He had visited Lyme Regis since childhood and was said to have made a valuable contribution as a trustee of the town's museum, as well as supporting several other charities. You can find his family's petition online via the link shown on screen now. 5 cyclists who raised more than £3,000 for Lyme Regis RNLI last year are preparing to do it all again this month. The riders, led by Honiton-based fitness instructor Matthew Payne, plan to cycle 131 miles from Lyme Regis Lifeboat Station to Newquay Lifeboat Station in just one day. The ride is again being held in memory of Matthew's best friend, Adam Bounds, a keen supporter of Lyme Regis Lifeboat Week and former student of the Woodruff School, who died suddenly aged 41 following a brain hemorrhage in 2021. Matthew will be joined by Rob and Edda Gage, Dan Galloway and Alan Cochran. They will be setting off from Lyme Regis Lifeboat Station at 5 a.m. on May 27th. A 4-0 defeat at Elmore Seconds on Wednesday evening resulted in Lyme Regis First missing out on the chance of finishing in 5th place in the Devon and Exeter League Premier Division. Lyme fielded a weakened side against the Tiverton outfit, who moved into the runners-up spot in the table behind champions Alphington. Elmore have 3 more games to play and will definitely finish in 2nd place. The Seasiders have the chance of claiming 6th position if they beat 4th place Kentisbere at the Davy Fort in their last match of the current season on Saturday. Kick-off is at 3 p.m. and a big crowd is expected as Lyme bids farewell to their long-serving goalkeeper Chris Higgs, playing his final match before retirement. This has been a frustrating season for the Seasiders, plagued with injuries and unavailability, struggling to field 2 sides on a number of occasions. It has been particularly difficult for Lyme reserves, who finished 2nd from bottom in Division 3 and are likely to be relegated. Division 4 will probably suit the reserves better, as all but one team in Division 3 is a first team, and most located on the other side of Exeter. Local rivals Up Lyme Firsts play in Division 4, having been promoted 2 divisions after last season's good run in Division 6, finishing in a credible mid-table position. Lyme Reserves v Up Lyme would be a very competitive fixture indeed, for on the field of play there is a little love between the 2 sides, as demonstrated when they clash in the annual pre-season Bass Bottle. The Seasiders are now looking to appoint 2 new managers for next season. Player managers Rob Fellingham and Wallace Blackmore are both standing down for personal reasons. The cricket season should have started last Saturday, but 88 out of 96 games in the Devon League were cancelled due to torrential rain, including Uplime's home fixture against Heathcote. Uplime's first East Devon Bash T20 match at home to Sidbury was due to have been played on Thursday night, but that too was called off as the run-ups had not dried sufficiently after Saturday's downpour. Tomorrow, Uplime hope to be in action when they travel to Ottery St Mary to get their 2023 campaign in Division C East up and running after a very promising pre-season. Jazz band the Matt Carter Octet will be launching their long-awaited debut album, Read Between the Lines, at the Marine Theatre tonight, with doors opening at 7 p.m. On Saturday, Uplime and Lyme Regis Horticultural Society will host a plant sale and coffee morning at Uplime Village Hall from 10 a.m. A kora player, percussionist, singer and composer from the Gambia form the Santo Susu Band, performing at the Marine Theatre on Saturday night with doors opening at 7 p.m. And the Nag's Head in Lyme Regis will host its weekly live music night from 9. On Sunday, Lyme Regis Lifeboat Station will host the annual Blessing of the Boat ceremony at 3 p.m, which this year will include more seafaring organisations than ever before. Sunny spells are forecast throughout most of the day today, although there may be some light showers this evening. More sunshine is forecast for Saturday and Sunday morning, with more cloud cover and drizzle expected in the afternoon. Temperatures are set to reach highs of 18 degrees. And finally, Lyme Regis enjoyed a successful Coronation weekend and despite the wet weather managed to host a full programme of community events. You can find a full report on the LymeOnline website, but here's some photos from the weekend to see us out. Thanks for watching.